Hi, my lovely friends, it's Marta here. Please excuse my voice, but I'm still fighting off the chest infection and I am on antibiotics currently. However, I wanted to say hi. I wanted to say I'm missing you. I'm definitely missing my live classes, but it's the first Monday of the month, so it's a time to team up. There's a little blog hub together with another creators from Crafting Together with All Brands. We are coming to you to inspire you. Today, the theme for today blog hub is Handmade with Love, and I actually have a little surprise for you. I've made these free downloadable labels which are available on Buy Me a Coffee. So I'm going to be playing today with those free labels. I also grabbed a few of the papers. These are the Let It Snow digital papers which are available on my shop. All the links are down below in the description area if you're interested. And last but not least, I wanted to share with you, I'm going to be playing with these dice, and these are today on fabulous offer. Card Making Magic is selling the designer card front collection for 60% off. So the dice starts as little as £5, and then there's a half price on this Nordic Christmas collection. So I just wanted to make sure you're gonna be aware of all this fabulous deal, and all the links, everything is down below. So let's get started and jump into the video. I am starting my card from creating the card base, and for that I wanted to pick two papers. Normally most of my cards I would probably start from the blank white card base, but I've decided to use my design papers as a way to create the card base. When I'm thinking of the handmade gifts for someone, it usually comes to my mind to create this large type of the card, something with lots of different elements, some flowers, some embellishments. This is the type of the cards which most appeal to me, like if I'm thinking of the handmade creation. But it could be anything you would like. Those labels which I've showed you at the beginning, which are for free download, if you would like, you can print them on a smaller A5 or A6 papers, and that way you will have those little labels to put on the back of your cards. Or like if you do handmade soap, you could wrap them up in a paper and use that little tag like a handmade. There's a couple of them which actually have a space to write your own name, so you can write out by whom it was made, and that will be a lovely packaging for the gift. So this big die, this half scallop die, this is one of my favorite dies, and as soon as I've noticed that these are on a sale, I just want to play with them because I absolutely love it. This is a huge die which is meant to put like on a gatefold on A5 size card, so for my project this will be matching here perfectly. And what I also love about this die is that it has this separate outer edge, and you will see that in a second. I will cut another piece from the silver cardstock, so this way I will have this perfect matching paper to go around. I'm also prepping some leaves, and I'm cutting mine from the white cardstock, and in a second I will be coloring them using some distress oxide inks. And here there's the silver backing piece which I was telling you about, and all the leaf dice which I'm having here, these are both coming from those two dice from Card Making Magic set. So there's a quite different variation of the leaves, little branches, and I'm super happy I have them. I've prepared myself a couple of the inks in between, like a green and bluish tone. I also grabbed this distress oxide, the brush corduroy brown color ink, but eventually I didn't use it, but it's always good to have a variation of the colors. This is what I like to do the most, is to color the leaves using at least 2 or 3 different color of the inks. This way all the leaves, they gain some sort of a dimension, and they don't look as flat as they would be cut from the one color cardstock. To add the ink to my leaves, I'm using those blending brushes, and these are also coming from the CRAFTSTASH. So if anyone would like to have a look, I will have the link included in the description area. So for my leaves, a couple of them I am coloring in this like a greenish and olive color combination, and then the other one I am mixing the green color tones together with this tumble glass, and I also grab the self patina ink, which is this lovely like a teal color, and I think this one is mixing really nicely with the green. So as you can see here, it's nothing difficult, but I do think that this extra step, it really makes those elements looking a lot more handmade. What you could do, if you have some extra time, you could also grab some white gesso and do a couple of the splatters. This is also something I quite often do. I actually forgot that. I realized it when I start adhering my leaves. I was like, oh, I wish I could do some splatters. But just to let you know, here I am adding a liquid glue to the back of this design piece, and look at that. This is just beautiful. I absolutely love that lace. It's such a elegant, and if you cut two of those, you will be able to create this beautiful oval shape, which I really love. I've already made plenty of the cards with this dies, and this is one of the elements which I do believe that this is like a timeless, regardless of what the trends will be in the card making. Those elegant dies, this is something I truly love, because they never go out of the out of the fashion. I do have a lot of Christina dies, and I absolutely adore them, and this is one of my favorite, definitely one of my favorite design as well, amongst many. I've got quite a few of them, as you can guess. Now once I adhere this die to the back piece of this flap on the front of the card, I am adding a little piece of the lace. I've got this blue ribbon lace, which I thought it will be working here nicely. It will also mask the joining section, and here I've got a little bit of the glue, but I've just managed to scrape it off with my finger, and now I will be adhering my my card base, like this front panel which I cut before. To make my job easier, what I'm doing, I am marring up all the corners, as you can see here, and I am just adding little pieces of the masking tape just to hold it all together. This way all I have to do is just to add some adhesive to the top part of the flap, and I will just gently close my flap, and that way I will have the perfect positioning, and I don't have to worry about the card coming uneven like later on. So this is a trick you can use if you've got the similar type of the card, when you would like to adhere the flap to the card area. Just use a masking tape to help you to keep everything in place, and that will just make the job easier. I'm doing the combination in between the double-sided foam tape and the regular tape, because I want this this half scallop circle part to be slightly raised, so that will give me a nice dimension in between. And I'm also adding a dash of the liquid glue, especially towards the sides, so everything will be adhered nicely. And once I have it done, then all I really need to do is to dress up my card. And for that, I'm gonna be using this Handmade with Love label as my focal point. I also have a little a slightly larger label with this nice scallop pattern, and this one is coming from the one of my digital bundles called His Christmas, and I'm just backing them to up using a little bit of the foam tape. I also have those large snowflakes. These elements are coming from the Christmas ephemera set, which is also available on my page, and there you will find the printable design. I believe that this is like a 10 pages with different labels, sentiments, snowflakes, poinsettia flowers, like you could see here on a top left corner. There's like a poinsettia flowers and leaves, everything to be print and cut and use as an element. So here I'm planning to put my combination. I'm going for this like nice combination flow starting from this right upper corner. I'm also using some of my own handmade poinsettia flowers, and once I had those flowers, I've decided the bottom piece of the paper, I would like it to be a little bit more purpley tone, just to better match with my handmade flower. So for that, I've grabbed a couple of the inks. I've got the Seedless Preserve and also Salty Ocean, because those handmade flowers, they have this combination of the purplish and blue color tones, and I'm just gently going over the border, nothing too difficult, but this way, if you've got some flowers and you would like your cardstock to match up to your flowers, this is what you can do. Just color the cardstock on the border and you will instantly see a huge difference, that your paper is start matching with the flowers much better. And now the last and my most favorite part of the card is just to adhere all the composition together. I'm using the Famiran flowers because I'm gonna be handing those cards in person. If you would plan to send cards like that, like post it in a little greeting box or something, I would definitely recommend you to switch the foam flowers for a paper one. The paper flowers are a lot more durable and they don't tend to squish as much as the foam one. The foam flowers are quite delicate, but either way, whatever you decide, if it's like a paper flower or foam flower, they all will be looking beautiful. I also wanted to mention one thing, that on my YouTube channel, for those of you who are here for the first time, my friends, I do have the whole section of the videos where I'm sharing with you how to create those flowers. So if anyone is interested to learn how to make those, definitely have a look on my channel, and I hope you will enjoy it. I also want to say thank you to all my friends who's been with me for longer. Thank you so very much. I hope you will enjoy this video, and please don't forget to say hi and leave me a comment as well. I love to reading those. I do have a bunch of the comments to answer from my previous video, but unfortunately I wasn't able to spend too much time on the online lately, as I've been a little bit unwell, but hopefully I'll be coming back full gear this weekend. I'm planning to restart my live classes, so if anyone is interested, I will be having a class on a Saturday and then on a Facebook on this Sunday. All the links to all the products, as well as those free digital design which you can print, are down below in the description area, as well as the links to other videos from another creators. Last thing I'm gonna put on this card, that will be the silver sentiment, and I'm gonna use that Nordic Christmas die which says Merry Christmas, and I will adhere it with the help of the liquid glue. And as you can see, the Merry Christmas die, these words are quite large, so they are fit to this card perfectly. And one more thing I would recommend, which I haven't done, I would definitely back them up with another 2 or 3 layers of the white pieces or something, just to give them a little bit more chipboardy look. I think that those will be looking a little bit better if they would be like a couple layers together. So that will be my card for today. Once again, thank thank you so very much, everyone who were here with me. Don't forget to have a look on those links on this free download which you can get, and have a look on the list of the blog hop videos from another creators. Stay blessed, my friends, and I will see you on my live classes on this Saturday at 6 p.m. on my YouTube channel. Have a wonderful week and bye bye.